What's your favorite plant-based milk? To be honest, I don't have any favorite unless I guess it has some chocolate in it. But my mom happens to love almond milk and she's actually visiting. So I thought might as well make homemade almond milk because every other variation I've had, be it from a coffee shop, from the store, I just find there's this weird aftertaste. So maybe I won't get that on the homemade one. We're gonna do a couple of variations, unsweetened, sweetened, and chocolate. They're all linked below, plus a couple of quick recipes. So let's get started, check it all out, and then dump all your almonds in a large bowl and fill it with water. I did wash them beforehand to get any dust or grime or whatever off the almonds. You don't know where these nuts have been. Now you do want to let them soak for at least 8 hours or preferably overnight. And while it's soaking, let me tell you where the almond milk even comes from. Now, you'll be surprised to know that it's not a phenomenon of the West. There's actually lots of references to almond milk in old Indian and Egyptian recipes. Also in the Middle Ages, it was adopted in Christian recipes as a substitute for meat and fish-based broths because during Lent, you need to abstain from meat, fish, and dairy-based products. And the modern explosion and the fad of almond milk started in the early 2000s. There were a number of different religious groups, vegetarians, vegans, promoting the health benefits of consuming almond milk that really led to the popularity, word of mouth, and then the increase in sales, and that's why you have it everywhere now, even at your favorite coffee shops. I'll give this video a thumbs up if you appreciated a little bit of that history of almond milk. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and peel my almonds. It's a very tedious process and there's no easy way to do it. You can only really do it after they've soaked, where the peel actually comes off easier, but there's no way I'm doing it on a batch made of 4 cups of almonds. If you have that patience and the time, you can go ahead and do it, but it's not really going to affect the actual almond milk because the skin will just get filtered. Let's see how. So you want to transfer the soaked almonds into your food processor or your blender. Just get something strong. I'm using my Vitamix, and initially I did put all 4 cups of my soaked almonds thinking that I could blend it all. I don't know why. But what you need is smaller batches, and I would recommend doing a batch made of 1 cup of dried almonds first. And each batch will use about 3 to 4 cups of water. Just blend it up until it's super smooth, and then we're gonna filter it through a sieve that is lined with a cheesecloth or a muslin cloth. Now you do want to have a bowl, let gravity do most of the work, and when gravity is tired, then you can go ahead and grab the ends and then squeeze all the remaining milk from those almonds, and that's how you get just your regular unsweetened batch of almond milk. Now let's talk about prices. Now a store-bought carton about 2 liters is $5.5 CAD or $4.5 when you get a sale, when you get 2. The price range is between about 30 cents to 40 cents per 100 mils. On the other hand, a shelf-stable carton, so something that you don't need to refrigerate, it's about $3.29 or $3 when you get, again, a sale price when you get 2. Now a pack of almonds of about 900 grams is about $14 CAD, and that's about $1.54 per 100 grams. And in this recipe I used 557 grams, about 4 cups, which cost roughly $8.57 CAD, which yielded about 12 cups, so about 3,000 milliliters of almond milk. Now if you do some more math, the basic cost per mil for the homemade one versus the store-bought one, well, the homemade one is just 28 cents, 30 cents per 100 mils. And you are paying for your health here by making it yourself. Those thickeners and stabilizers that they use in the actual store-bought ones, well, you can do your own research, but is it actually good for you? Or would you rather just have almonds and water and are all the other ingredients that are listed on the back. You really don't want to mess up with your digestion. And people love almond milk for all the health benefits, but these additives can basically nullify all these benefits because you're putting crap in your body. Now I know I did promise variations, so to sweeten your unsweetened almond milk, I'm using some aged maple syrup in Canada and some vanilla extract as well. I know vanilla is not sweet, but it has properties and fragrances that just work with something that is sweet. Add vanilla, maple, and if you were always going to make it sweet, then you could have just added it in the blender, but this is how you do a sweet regular almond milk. And if you want a chocolatey almond milk, homemade, well, you guessed it, some cocoa powder, and you can really adjust the amount of cocoa to really match the level of chocolatiness. You can have it unsweetened or sweetened. I want to have it sweetened because that's the whole point of chocolate milk. So just go ahead, add your cocoa powder in and mix it all up. Now, I did already have my milk prepared, so I'm not going to do the whole process again, but if you would always have known that you're making chocolate almond milk, you can just put cocoa powder with all the other ingredients from earlier, so your honey or your maple syrup, whatever sweetener you want to have, vanilla, almonds that were soaked, and your water, blend it all up, and you're going to get a great looking chocolate almond milk. Almond milk, just like any other milk, is very versatile. So here you can see a quick smoothie with some bananas, ice cube, and some protein powder. Delicious, amazing. And there's all these recipes that I have on my website: oatmeals, pancakes, bowls, and you're gonna love it in all of these recipes. Or maybe you just want to keep it simple and just warm it up to make a quick steamer. Now, if you notice that your almond milk, when stored in the fridge, has separated, well, at first it's normal. So different properties of almonds, water, mix it up and it should all just come back together. But if it doesn't, then we have a problem. So look for signs of lumps or weird smell or weird texture. And if any of those things are off, then unfortunately your almond milk has gone bad, because just the process of making almond milk has introduced water and air into those almonds, which naturally contain bacteria, which now become super active in the presence of oxygen and moisture. So I hope that you got some value out of this, and if you want to see more content like this, then let me know down below. Maybe do #milk and tell me what you want to see next. And if you want another vegan recipe, then check out my homemade Nutella that I make with coconut oil. It's delicious and you're gonna love it. Maybe you can put it in a shake that you make with this homemade almond milk. Enjoy.